naay sulduhon. So dili mo hawa si tapasero. So dili sila magproblema. Ang nagproblema kining mga naalay 1 ka hektarya, 2 ka hektarya nga mga sugarcane. So availability of labor is another problem. So i-consider na nimo sa pagpili sa imong location nga kung kini diri ko nako ilokate akong farm, so will I have sufficient source of labor later on? Kung makinahanglan ako sa akong mga farm activities, then you have to answer that before making your decision. Another, local investment climate and amenities. So nganong maapil pa ang amenities? So this includes peace and order situation, support from local government, as well as presence of amenities such as schools, hospitals, and recreation facilities. So, isa ning importante. Dito ka nagtanom ka na 10 ka hektarya sa location, pero halos kada semana gagira. Kaya nimo. So, that situation is somehow problematic, and that could affect your farm production later on. So, try to think and try to consider the peace and order situation of that location. Let us say, if na mga lefties, what if pangayuan ka og revolutionary tax? And then, gamay ra imong operation niya, muhatag pa kapila nila mabilin sa imuha. So, luoy pud si farmer kung inana ang sitwasyon sa diha nga location. So, peace and order situation is very necessary. I don't know if you have heard the news in the previous years, no? In the pineapple plantations here in Bukidnon, several times ilang mga boom sprayer is gisunog. And those boom sprayer nga mga equipment, mahal pa sa Raptor, mahal pa sa mga luxurious nga sakyanan, and then gisunog. And remember, not just one, dili lang duha, but many. So those are investments. Those entail money. And then kung naay dili maayo ang peace and order situation sa imong location, then I don't know if ma-profitable imong farm. So try to consider that. Or another situation that, or another example that I can cite is, if layo bitaw, labaw na kanang kung layo ang location sa imong uma, tanom kag mais. Example, nagtanom kag mais. So lipay na kay dagko na, namuso na ang imong mais, dagko na. And then sa pagpamuso sa imong mais, so dako na ka harvest na ni, so you look forward for a better harvest. And then masyak na lang di ay ka sa imong for example, drawing ta ha. Mo ni imong butang nato na kay 2 hectares of corn production. So sa gawas, diri nga mga area, okay kay imong mga mais. Okay kiyo. Diha, okay. Masyak na lang ka during pag-harvest nimo na upaw na di ay ning diri sa tunga. Giunahan na kag-harvest sa mga kawatan. And that is a very sad fact. And bisan pa og magsayo si farmer, mas sayo si kawatan. So ikaw naghago, lahi ang nag-harvest. So lisod kayo i-operate sa location nga inana ang sitwasyon. So try to consider peace and order. And if there are amenities available, much better, diba? Especially for kining mga large mga plantation, whether pineapple or banana and some other commodities, most of the workers is gikan sa laing lugar. So most likely dili na sila i-hire nga manager is taga Manila, taga Cagayan, butang sa bukid. Most likely ila ginadalon ilang pamilya. Sabak ning manok. So if diha sa location nga ilang balhinan, walay hospital, walay eskwelahan. So the chance is dili mo dayon og trabaho si bag-ong hire nga manager. kay walay amenities available. Lisod pog iyang biyaan iyang pamilya. So, mas maayo nga choose a farm location with good peace and order and with available amenities. Hospitals, parks. Of course, parks, we need to have leisure. Di ba ta pwede nga work na lang all the time. So, and some other amenities. Church, school, and some other facilities. So, butong sa location. So, di ba, the first one, we have market orientation. Second, we need to consider location as another element. And number 3 is technology. So, nagkana kay technology available karon. So, if wais ka, then try to take advantage of those technologies available in the market. Don't just settle with the conventional way of farming. Diba? So, try to take advantage of the new technology. Then, timely availability of resources. Actually, atin ni siyang na-discuss in input subsystem that resources or input should be timely available, especially that in agriculture or in agribusinesses, we're dealing with, most of the time, we're dealing with live productive units. Na dili pwede ma-delay ang application of the necessary inputs for us to ensure efficiency and to ensure high productivity in our farm operation. And number 5 is management system. This management system is you, ikaw, walay lain. So this is now your role as manager. Your role as manager, your role as an entrepreneur, how you make decision. How you make decision, how will you carry out, or how will you adapt techniques? How will you adapt technology? Unsa imong diskarte? Actually, most of the farmers, most of entrepreneurs, diri man daugon sa diskarte. So, try to be very madiskarte in your farm operation para mahimong efficient. Diba? Unsa man efficient, meaning at least we use the minimal possible input and we produce the maximum output. Para taas ang atong profitability and somehow we can ensure sustainability in our operation. Okay. Okay, break sa ta. I really don't know no if napay gapananaw sa akong mga video sa akong online lecture. Actually, honestly, I am getting sad nga murag wala na may gatan-aw sa ako ang mga lecture. Uy, kay di ba in my previous videos mayon ko nga comment below sa kisa ka comment wala gyud ko na wa ginananaw. And then nag-comment lagi ko dito nga, did anyone watch the video? Wala gini reply kang sir. Uy, gakasayang man siguro akong effort ani sa paghimo ani kay maghimo pa ko PowerPoint. Paghimo na ko PowerPoint. Maghimo pa din kog video. Nya tulo ka buok akong subject. And then hala di man day ginila gyapon tan-awon. So kaluoy pud sa effort ni sir dili gaka-utilize. But then balag dili niyo tan-awon, mapadayon lang gyapon ko og provide og lecture, online lecture ani kay para pod makatabang basin di ay na isa duha nga makagamit ani nga video at least inyong mapuslan. So pero mas malipayon ko nga mas daghan unta ang makatan-aw sa akong mga ginahimo nga video kay dili man ni para sa kuha, para man sa inyo ha. Okay? So if makadata gani tag Facebook sa paka no para sa tuang learning. Sige. Okay, padayon ta. Then, if we're going to compare the traditional concept of production with the new concept or the modern concept of production, before if we talk about production, it's just about a combination of land, labor, and capital. Then that is production. So what model that we need to embrace in this modern time is that aside from land, labor, and capital, we need to consider technology and entrepreneurship and management. Because these new technologies could help us to make our operation better. It will help us to make our operation more efficient. If if we can just choose the appropriate and the right technology, gamit kaayo. And then entrepreneurship and management. So imong diskarte. Sa pag-combine sa mga technique sa imong mga strategy, dili na nato pwede i-set aside. Kay importante kay na kamo as future managers, kamo as future entrepreneurs, dako kay mong role. Ang paghimo pa lang og desisyon, maayo nga desisyon, dako na kayo na siya nga kabahin para mahimong successful sa inyong operation, sa inyong farm in the future. Okay. Then let's talk about type of production system. These types of production system involve crop production, poultry production, and livestock production. So we will be talking now about crop production, the crop production landscape in the Philippines, in our country. So crop production dominates the agricultural landscape in the Philippines. So uh, aside from livestock and poultry, crop production or greater share in the Philippine agricultural production is coming from crop production. Diba? That is very visible in our community nga asa tapadulong, especially here in Bukidnon, rice, corn, fruit trees are sparsely situated in our province and in different areas. But based on our data coming from the PSA, there is a declining trend in agricultural crop production in 2015 and 2016. So at that year, 2015 to 2016, medyo nag-decline. Nag-decline itong crop production. So if you're going to recall, mo ani nga time. Asa mo ni ani nga time, junior or senior high school mo. But I think this is the time that our country suffered under El Nino phenomenon. Diba? Itong grabe nga, dugay nga init, nga ang mga basakan, liki na. Luoy kay mga farmers that time. So that could be one reason of the decline. But in 2017 to 2018, somehow it increased. So that is a good thing. So the major crops in terms of hectareage are rice, corn, coconut, and sugar. Okay, and we will be dealing with the data that we have here, the updated data that we source out from the Philippine Statistics Authority. So basically, among crops, rice occupies the biggest share in terms of area planted. So in the Philippines, the biggest area, agricultural area, ang pinakadaghan nga gitanom is rice. So most or majority, not majority, but the greatest share among commodities in the agricultural land or agricultural area is being covered by rice or by rice production. So in your notes, in the notes that I provided to you, tanawa, palihog kog tanawa, in table 7, area planted or harvested in 2017. So basically uh, diba, our staple, in terms of staple food for rice and corn, then we have the rice. Rice, we have 4,811,808 hectares planted with rice, while corn occupies around 2,552,552,552 hectares planted with corn. So that is, so for staple products, dominated good by rice. But in terms of fruit crops, if we're going to study the data, rank 1 is, sa man, tanawa sa inyong notes, we have banana. So in our country in 2017, based on the data, banana occupies around banana production occupies around 446,764 hectares. It is then followed by mango. Siguro wala kayo diri sa ato sa Bukidnon, na ay ginagmay, pero in Visayas, in Iloilo, in Cebu. So daghan. So that ranks second. So luag po ning mga kamanggahan. And then rank third is we have pineapple. We have pineapple production. That is in terms of hectareage. In terms of hectareage, pinakadako nga gitamnan. And if you're going to look into the non-food and industrial crops, rank 1 is coconut. Maybe for the reason nga in the previous administrations, years ago, grabe ang pag-promote with coconut production. But sad to say, in year 2015, 2016, dagko kayong damage with kukulisap. I don't know if you heard about kukulisap. Kukulisap infestation in our country, yang ginadaot ang produce, mga coconut produce sa to ang mga coconut farmers, luoy kayo. Even in Region 10, in Misamis Occidental, grabe ang devastation nga gidala with kukulisap. But still, dako pagyapon ang mga kalubihan sa toang nasud. And rank third is rubber. Kining rubber pod, it rise in mga year 2009, 2010 nga grabe ang mga tao, dasig kayo nga tinanumay rubber. So what happened to the price sa rubber karon? Pilang kilo? 25 per kilo sa Kaplam? I'm not sure, pero medyo barato. So ingon ana. Then in terms of vegetables and root crops, number 1 in rank in terms of hectareage is we have kasaba, mga kamuting kahoy. In Bukidnon, daghan na nato ma-observe. Basin kamo gani na mo inyong tanom din ha. Na second is we have the sweet potato. Imuhang kamote. Kamote, and rank 3 or rank 3rd, we have munggos, mung bean. Okay, usually this mung bean gina-intercrop with with I don't know if napaga-intercrop na ron sa tubo. Uban pod is gina-intercrop na siya with corn. So pwede pod na. So improvements in production of output was observed in banana, pineapple, peanut, and some other commodities. So if we're going to proceed with table 8, the crop production performance. Crop katugan na hectareage karon performance, meaning in terms of volume sa na harvest. So in terms of increase, ni-increase ang growth rate, ni-increase ang performance from 2016 to 2017. The one that dako increase in performance is on onion production. So second is, pero last year or this year ba to, nga medyo ni mahal ang sibuyas Bombay, di ba? Ato nang na-observe, but in 2016 to 2017 in terms of performance, kini siya in terms of volume man noon, meaning dako tag abot harvest. Second is we have sugarcane. Then rank 3 is rubber. Okay, Ang mga commodities pod nga medyo ni baba ang trend in terms of performance, number one is we have coffee. So in terms of volume, niubos. Second is manga. So there is a negative growth rate. Third is calamansi. And fourth in rank is we have cabbage. So medyo in terms of volume siguro due to land conversion and some other factors. And in terms of value, kato una diba in terms of hectareage, second in terms of volume sa harvest. Then let's proceed with in terms of value in terms of pesos. So number one is rice. Then followed by banana. So taas og kantidad. Sana all mahal. Sana all taas og value. May pa si rice, may pa si banana. Follow po dayon si coconut. Okay po ang presyohan with coconut. And fourth is corn. Kini lang, problemado lang ang price of corn during peak of harvest season. So I think something should be done about scheduling. Nga dili magdungan unta ang tanang mga planters of the same commodity para dili maus-us ang presyo sa pag-abot sa harvest season. Then top agricultural export. Diba export? What do you mean by export? We produce and we sell to the other countries. So number one that we in terms of volume, pinakadaghan nato nga gina export is saging, fresh bananas. Second is coconut oil. Export yapon ta coconut oil and pineapple products like chunk, mga naka-can pineapple juice. So number one, we have saging, lobe, pinya. In terms of kadaghanon. Then in terms of value, ang dakong value, so meaning dako din taog makuha or benefit nga makuha atong country. First is rank 1 is coconut oil. Second is banana and third is pineapple and pineapple products. And in table 11, if you I would like to request you to look into your copy. Now, listed in table 11 the different markets of our commodities, of our export products. So isang suki good na to is we have USA, our neighboring countries like Malaysia, China, Netherlands, and some other countries. So try to read and familiarize asa na ang market aning atong mga produce. Okay. In terms of import, meaning ato na pong gipalit gikan sa other country padulong dito sa ato here in the Philippines. So in terms of volume, ako taog ginaangkat nga wheat. Wa man tay ato din Wa man kay tay tanong nga wheat diri sa Pilipinas. So basically, isa na nga atong import soybean oil. Rank second. Natay soybean production pero dili kay anak kadaghan mo nang ga-import ta. Then fertilizer. If you can still remember in input subsystem nato, di ba? Majority of our synthetic fertilizer is being sourced out through importation. So isa ni siya butag volume nga gina angkat from the other country. Okay, now crops contribute about 60% of agricultural export, and these things were already discussed during chapter 1. Facts about crop production in the country. So the farm productivity in the Philippines is generally low. This is a sad reality. that we are facing, no? For what reasons? One reason is inadequate irrigation facilities. We discussed this, diba, in input subsystem. The government is providing, but it's just not enough. We have national irrigation. Limited lang ang iyang maserbisyoan. Some associations create or organize their cells para makahimo og communal irrigation system. But then, kulang. Uban ga, salig ra gyud sa ulan. But how about during dry season? How about wala kayo'y ulan? What will happen to the rice farmers? Productivity slopes down. Isa na siyang rason. Another, low utilization of good seeds and planting materials. Kasagara man gud sa barato nga binhi mo'y paliton. I'm not saying na mga barato nga binhi is not in good quality. But there we have concept in production management that quality is price sensitive. That most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, expensive products command, or high quality products command for a higher price. So mas dako og tsansa nga mas productive ka if mo invest ka atong bahalag mahal pero sure ka. Sa to? Bahalag mahal basta kay sure ka. Okay. But that is reality. Unsa na nimo nga barato pero gamay ra pud kag abot gansihon pa ka, di ba? Another setup man good in the country, especially for corn farmers. Once they harvest, then they set nagtanom sila, then naka-harvest sila, then na sheller na siya. Then some of our farmers will not purchase brand new nga seeds, but then katoy lang abot iutro nila second, third, fourth generation. And remember, ang iyahang din productivity ana is mag-decline baya. So what will happen to the productivity? Ubos. Low fertilizer usage. Aside from last October 1, we went to Kibawi. We conducted at Barangay Kiurao, Kibawi. We conducted focus group discussion for community needs assessment in that barangay. And one thing that we learned from them is they limit their use of fertilizer for the reason nga, ma'am, sir, kung daghan among ibutang nga fertilizer, gansihon na gyud mi. Ang among kapital is gikan pa sa utang, dako kaayo ang interest. So kung daghan pa mig fertilizer ibutang, gansihon na gyud mi, wala na gyud mi maginansya. Muna nga gamay ra, limited lang ang quantity sa fertilizer nga ilang ginabutang. And another thing that I can add here in letter C is that aside from low fertilizer usage is wrong fertilizer usage. Diba? Because sad to say that most of our farmers are using fertilizer without knowing the right recommendation. Posible naglabay lang ka og kwarta, ano man, nabutang kag fertilizer nga wala dayong gikinahanglan. Diba? And then in input subsystem, diba, we discuss sobra or kulang. Problema. Sobra, kulang, gansihon ka. Sobra, kulang, it affects efficiency in your operation. So, isa na siya nga contributor for low farm productivity. Then, next is lack of all-weather roads. Kung sa ako pag-iyon gana, if tambak kag limestone, okay ron. But how about pag-abot og bulan sa Nobyembre, Disyembre, ting ulan? Kung daot ang dalan, what will happen to the cost for transportation, transporting your commodities, your farm produce to the market? Then it will be expensive. Then efficiency, productivity, boss. Another, inadequate access to credit. Mo po ning problema. Wala kay mautangan. Kung naman po yung mga mautangan, dako og interest. kinsay ginapatay farmers. Although the government has several credit programs for the farmers, pero some of these programs are not successful.